Hello everyone! Today we'll have a new lesson about MS Word saving and comparing. Let's talk about first saving. Saving, it is good practice to save your work frequently, especially when you have just made substantial changes. You can save the active presentation by selecting File, then Save, or by using the shortcut key Ctrl S. Alternatively, you can use the button on the standard toolbar. Save. It saves the active document. When you save a document for the first time, the File and then Save As dialog box will be displayed. You can save your files with a different name or in a different location by selecting File, then Save As, or by using the shortcut key F12. The first time you save a document, you will be prompted to provide a file name. Using File, then Save As will leave your original document as it was last saved. What file name can I use? Word file names can be as long as 246 characters, although it is not recommended to have file names longer than about 40 characters. They can include any combination of alphanumeric characters, spaces, and special characters with the exception of a few, such as less than symbol, greater than symbol, question mark, open and close, braces, colon, period, comma, asterisk, slash, semicolon, quotation mark, and so on. You can also use a combination of upper and lowercase letters. You should try and make your file names descriptive so you and others can easily identify them. While saving your documents, there may be times when you want to save different versions of the same document. You can save a document with a different name using the File, then Save As dialog box. Select the folder you want to store the document in using the Save in drop-down list. Enter the new file name in the file name text box at the bottom. You do not need to include the .doc file extension in this dialog box. So here's the sample of saving your documents. In saving your documents, a copy of your document will not be saved and this copy is displayed. Your original document is no longer displayed. A Word document is specific to the version of Word that it was created in. Word can read documents that were created in an earlier version but cannot open Word files that were created in a later version. How about saving in a different format? It is possible to save a Word document in a variety of different formats. To save a document in a different file format, you can change the Save As drop-down box. Choosing to save the document as a web page will allow it to be viewed through a browser. Word 2003, 2002, 2097 all use the same file format. Let's talk about using auto recovery or using fast saves or using background saves. If your document is saving when you don't want it to, wasting time, switch off your background saving. Tools, then Options, then Save tab, allow background saves, or Save Auto Recover Info Every. Always save a backup of your documents. Tools, then Options, then Save tab, or always create backup. If you ever need to browse for one of these files, have the extension .wbk. Important reminder, you can add a password to your documents to prevent other people from accessing them. Select the Tools drop-down list from the File, then Save As dialog box and choose General Options. Let's proceed to saving in terms of Properties. In Properties, no document properties will be displayed if the document has not been saved. These properties can be extremely useful when searching for files. Here's the example of General tab. Type. The type of file, in this case, a Microsoft Word 1997 or 2003 document. Location size. The file location where the document is saved. Size. The total file size of the document. And here's the Summary tab. Title. Type the title you want to use when searching for this file. The title can be different from the file name. Subject. Type the subject of the file. Use this property to group similar files together, so you can search for all files that have the same subject. The other properties can be used to group similar files together, so you can search for files that have specific properties. Author. Automatically populated when a document is created and is taken from the users, such as Tools, then Options or User Information tab. Then followed by Manager, Company, Category, Keywords, and Comments. The hyperlink base, the path or URL that you want to use for all hyperlinks with the same base address that are inserted in the current document. This can be an internet address, a path to a folder on your hard disk, or a path to a folder on a network. Save Preview Picture. Saves a picture of the first page of the file for previewing in the new dialog box. Selecting this option increases the size of your file. Statistics tab. In Statistics tab, is the date the document was created. Modified is the date the document was last modified. Access is the date the document was last opened, then printed. Last saved by is the name of the user that last saved the document taken from Tools, then Options or General tab, the name. Followed by revision number, total editing time, and statistics. Here's example of the Contents tab. And then the Custom tab. In the Custom tab, the name, select or create a name for the property. Type, it's the type of the property, either text, state, numeric, or yes or no. The value is the text or value you want to save as a custom property. Link to content, whether the custom property is linked to a specific item in the file. Properties, list all the custom properties that have been created in the active document. Add, adds a custom property to the active document. Then delete, removes a custom property from the active document. Let's proceed to saving in terms of File, then Save As dialog box. Here's the image of File and Save As dialog box. Save In displays the current folder where the workbook will be saved. To change to a different folder or disk drive, open the Save in the drop-down list and select the name of the folder or letter of the disk drive. File name, the name of the file you want to use to save this document. Save as type, provides a list of all the different formats you can save a Word document as. Save, it saves a permanent copy of the document in the selected folder using the file name you type. Cancel closes the dialog box. Back displays the contents of the previous file or folder list. Up one level. It displays the contents of the folder or drive that holds the currently displayed folder. For example, if you open the My Documents folder on drive C and then click the Up one level button, you open your username folder where username is the name you enter to log into Windows, then Alt 2. Search the web displays a screen that helps you track the particular website or Alt 3. And delete removes a currently selected file or folder and places it in the Windows recycle bin. Create new folder creates a new empty folder on the currently selected drive or in the currently opened folder. For example, if my document is selected, click Create New Folder to make a folder inside the My Documents folder. When you click Create New Folder, the Create New Folder dialog box appears, asking you to type a name for the folder. Type a name that's unique and descriptive but brief and click OK. Or the shortcut key, Alt F5, Alt 5. View displays a list of available ways the Save As dialog box can display the contents of the currently selected disk drive or folder, such as thumbnails, the small pictures of the first page of each file, the tiles or large icons that represent folders and file types, the icons or small icons that represent folders and file types, the lists or file names, the details or file names, sizes, and dates, the properties that includes file names and information, preview that the file names with a preview of the currently selected file, or arrange icons by name, file type, or date. What is navigation bar? This is displayed on the left and displays commonly accessed locations such as My Recent Documents, Desktop, My Documents, My Computer, My Network, places with shared drives and folders on your network. How about Tools drop-down menu? Delete. It deletes the file that is currently selected. Rename allows you to rename the file that is currently selected. Add to My Places adds the folder currently displayed or selected folder to the My Places bar on the left-hand side of this dialog box. Map Network Drive provides a shortcut to Tools then Map Network Drive in Windows Explorer. Properties displays the Properties dialog box for the currently selected file. Save Options displays the Tools then Options Save tab. Security Options displays the Tools, Options, then Security tab. How about Web Options? Displays the Web Options dialog box. Compress Pictures displays the Compress Pictures dialog box which can be accessed from the Format Picture dialog box, Picture tab, and Compress. Save Version displays the Save Version dialog box allowing you to save a version of this document. An important reminder, if you resize this dialog box, then the new size will always be displayed. Let's talk about saving in terms of versions. In versions, most of us just use File then Save As when we need to save a new version of a document. There is, however, a more convenient way of providing a document audit trail. It is possible to store each new version in the same file, so that older versions don't get lost or misplaced. For example, File, then Versions. The Save Version dialog box opens. You can also save a new version by clicking on Save Version from the File, then Save As or Tools drop-down. Enter the comments on the version. For example, who made the changes and why, and click OK. A new version of the document is then saved in the original file. After you have saved another version of the document, a version icon will appear on the right-hand side of the status bar. This icon can be used to quickly identify if a document contains more than one version. You can also double-click on this icon to display the versions dialog box. To open a particular version, click on it and select Open. You cannot edit documents that were saved against an earlier version. If you are planning to send a document for review, it is worth deleting any older version first to ensure that the reviewer is looking at the latest version. When you open an older version of a file, it will be displayed in a separate application window and will arrange the two windows one above the other. The version you opened has save date in its title. Automatically save a new version. Checkbox can be used to automatically save a new version every time a different editor finishes with the document. And important reminders, if you apply document statistics to a document that contains several versions, the statistics will only be applied to the current version. You cannot use the Compare Documents feature to compare two versions of the same document. Let's proceed to saving in terms of Document Inspector. The Hidden Data tool. This was built into the Document Inspector tool. Before you share a document, you can use this Document Inspector to check, find, and remove information like comments, versions, track changes, ink annotations, document properties, hidden text, custom XML, and so on. 2010 changes. The file, then info, then check for issues, then inspect document, then inspect. This will generate a report. If the document contains any track changes, then you will be presented with a Remove All button. Using this button is not recommended unless you are very familiar with track changes and want to accept all the changes in a single click. There is no confirmation. There will be several Remove All buttons after the document has been inspected. The Comments removes all comments and accepts all changes. Document Properties and Personal Information keeps track changes but removes reviewer name and date or time. When you go back and select File then Info, prepare for sharing, there is a note telling you that personal information will be removed when the document is saved. The 2007 changes. Office, then Prepare, then Inspect Document, then Inspect. The embedded versions have been removed. For the Document Information panel, see under SharePoint. For the Document Version Comparison, comparing two versions, try Paint Easy to compare and combine documents. Allows you to see the original document, the revised document, and a merged document all at the same time with simultaneous scrolling. The standalone versions in Word 2003 have been removed. A more robust versioning is now available with document libraries in SharePoint in WSS 3.0. Then the Document Inspector. Find and remove hidden metadata and confidential or personal information. It replaces the Remove Hidden Data add-in for Office 2003. Multiple inspectors can run. The new XML file formats, ECMA Office open XML formats such as .docx, Word document like macro-free, previously .doc. .docm, Word document like macro-enabled, previously .doc. .x, Word template like macro-free, previously .dot. .m, Word template like macro-enabled, previously .dot. By default, all documents saved in the new Open XML file format will be macro-free and cannot contain any VBA code. This copy from Excel. The new Office file format are compressed into a single zip. This compressed zip file is called a document package and contains all of the content in a document, including text, images, comments, track changes, and so on. The index OMPM is the Office Migration Planning Manager, while the index VET is the version extraction tool. How about the source viewer? The Word Source Viewer for Microsoft Office Word 2007 allows you to view and edit open XML directly from within the Word 2007 interface. This is a learning tool to learn about Open XML and what different markup elements do. Let's talk about saving in terms of reducing the file size. In reducing the file size, there are several things that you could try in order to try and reduce the file size of your documents. First, don't copy and paste images, insert and link them to a file instead. Compress pictures. Select Format, then Picture or Picture tab, Compress. Next, don't save a preview picture. File, then Properties, Summary tab, untick Save Preview Picture. Or delete any old or previous files versions like File, then Versions. Switch off past saves such as Tools, then Options, or Save tab, then Allow Past Saves. Embed only true type fonts that are being used like Tools, then Options, or Save tab, and embed true type fonts. Convert embedded objects into graphics. Let's proceed to the comparing. In comparing, track changes can also be achieved using the Compare Document feature. It is possible that track changes were not switched on before a document was reviewed. In this scenario, you can reproduce the track changes by comparing the original document with the document that has been reviewed. When you have finished, you will have a document that includes change marks where any changes, and optionally any formatting changes as well, were made and are highlighted. If you run compare documents and either of the documents contain track changes, then you will get the following warning message appear. Let's say, for example, you have a sentence in your original document that was deleted in the track changes document, but altered in the compare document. What will Word actually do? Word will show the sentence as deleted, but that doesn't accurately reflect the changes contained in the compare document. What happens? If you have two documents both containing changes, it is possible to compare and merge the two to create a revised document. The revised document will contain all the changes as track changes. Any track changes in either document are accepted first. Compare and merge documents dialog box. The S is merge plus S is compare. Merge. This opens the document to select in the dialog box and merges the changes from the active document into it. While the merge into current document, this merges the changes in the document to select in the dialog box into the active document. The merge into new document. This merges the active document with the document to select in the dialog into a new document. By the legal black line, it creates a new document showing the insertions and deletions, changes the button to compare, and then another is find formatting. There is also a revised document wherein this is the modified document that contains the merged changes, and the original document, this is the document you are comparing against. How about the random number? To enable Word to track all the changes made to a document, every change is assigned a random number. To ensure that you get an accurate revised document, make sure that the store random number to improve merge accuracy is selected. You can click Tools, then Options, then Security tab. That's all the discussions about the MS Word saving and comparing. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.